Hello everyone, welcome back to K-pop News, home to the fastest, most exciting, and most anticipated news for K-pop fans around the world. And today, we bring news that truly took the entire entertainment industry's breath away. Kim Taehyung, also known as V of BTS, was just named Male Artist of the Year at the 2025 Jupiter Awards. This year's awards night was no ordinary affair. The grand hall where the ceremony took place felt like the epicenter of the entire Asian music industry. The lights, the thunderous applause, the constant flashing of cameras, all combined to create an atmosphere that felt intense even through the screen. And amidst it all, Taehyung's name became the center of gravity. No one could have predicted how emotional the moment when the winner for Male Artist of the Year was announced would be. The previously silent room erupted into an explosion of noise when Taehyung's name was called. Journalists turned to each other, fans in the audience immediately stood up, and the other artists gave a long, heartfelt applause. Despite his apparent surprise, Taehyung maintained the elegant composure that has become his hallmark. The camera focuses on his face, which radiates gratitude and humility, two qualities that have made him beloved not only as an artist, but as a human being. This category itself is no ordinary category. Entering the AM 50 to 55 category, the competition was filled with big names from various countries. However, the voting results showed a significant dominance, more than 1.7 million combined votes, involving over 600,000 fans, totaling nearly 30 million votes. This figure not only demonstrates the strength of his popularity, but also the solid relationship between Taehyung and ARMY. The Jupiter Awards, organized by the Asian Television Awards, are known as one of the most prestigious awards. Taehyung's win here confirms how his solo work, since the release of his album, Layover, in 2023, has continued to captivate listeners with its subtle, humane, and emotional artistic approach. Since Layover hit the market, Taehyung has never lost momentum. His warm baritone, consistently aesthetic visual style, and the way he conveys emotion through his music have forged a strong and recognizable artistic identity. He's not just an idol, he's a storyteller with a mature artistic touch. Interestingly, this win also parallels the success of the other BTS members. The 4 wins they took home this year are proof that, despite their individual paths, BTS continues to dominate. Jin won Music Video of the Year for his emotional music video for I'll Be There. Jimin, with his signature soft and piercing voice, won Song of the Year for Who. And Jungkook, the all-rounder, took home Collaboration of the Year with Too Much alongside the Kid Laroi and Central C. This collection of wins demonstrates one thing: BTS may be pursuing individual projects, but their impact as figures in the industry is never truly isolated. Back to Taehyung, the moment he took the stage felt like a scene from an emotional musical. He stood with a mix of joy, relief, and emotion, and delivered a heartfelt speech. He emphasized how the journey of the past few years has been a shared one, not just his. And ARMY, hearing this from all over the world, felt an undeniable emotional closeness. He also thanked the creative team who helped execute his artistic vision, the international producers, photographers, visual creators, and fellow musicians who helped shape his work. This is Taehyung's character, always realizing that beautiful art is born from collaboration. What made this win even more meaningful was how Taehyung combined classic aesthetics with a modern touch, making him a powerful figure not only in music, but also in fashion, visual direction, and storytelling. The camera captured him returning to his chair after receiving the trophy, accepting congratulations from various other artists with a sincere and light smile. Outside the venue, the digital world became a major festival. The hashtag for Taehyung's victory immediately trended in dozens of countries. Fan art, video edits, HD photos, and even theories about his new music project filled timelines. Asian music analysts also commented that the win was a strong sign of a shift in public taste toward a more soulful, jazzy, and emotional style of music, an area Taehyung naturally explores. They called Layover one of the most artistic and atmospheric albums ever to come out of Korea. Meanwhile, however, it turns out that Taehyung's win at the 2025 Jupiter Awards was just the beginning of something much bigger. Hours after the event concluded, major Asian and international media outlets began releasing in-depth reports revealing what went on behind the scenes that night. And this is where things get even more interesting for fans. An insider from the event's production team revealed that from the moment Taehyung arrived at the venue, the entire crew's attention was immediately drawn to him. Not only because of his status as one of Asia's most influential artists, but also because of the calm aura he brought when everyone was under pressure and nervousness. The event staff even described Taehyung as giving off a calming atmosphere, something rarely seen from an artist facing such a major nomination. Even more surprising, a senior music producer in attendance called Taehyung's win an industry-changing moment. He said that Taehyung's emotional and soulful style of music was beginning to pave the way for Asian musicians to explore more personal and artistic genres. Many analysts say that Asian music trends are shifting toward a more aesthetic, introspective, and minimalist sound, exactly what Taehyung embodies with Layover. And it's had an immediate impact. Within hours of his win announcement, streaming platforms like Melon, Spotify, and Apple Music recorded a surge in searches for Layover, particularly songs like Love Me Again and Slow Dancing. The songs re-entered the daily charts in several Asian countries, as if the album had just been released last week. And surprisingly, Taehyung's win also sparked a wave of reactions from various artists and industry figures. Many young singers and producers have credited Taehyung with inspiring them to create more honest and distinctive music. Some have even declared that Taehyung has redefined what Asian pop music should sound like in the future. A renowned Japanese fashion photographer shared behind-the-scenes photos from his collaboration with Taehyung last year and captioned the win as fully deserved. He praised how Taehyung always brings an artistic touch to even the smallest projects. A similar comment came from a European producer who had worked with him. He said that Taehyung is one of those artists who truly understands visual storytelling. He doesn't just sing songs, he creates experiences. Amidst the euphoria, rumors about Taehyung's next project intensified. After receiving the award, Taehyung was seen leaving the venue with several members of his creative team who had previously worked on Layover. Some said they were preparing something more visual, more filmic, and more immersive. Other sources reported that Taehyung was in the final stages of selecting a concept for his next music project, which would likely incorporate classical and cinematic elements. Some even suggested that he might collaborate with an international film composer, rumors that further excited ARMY. What's certain is that this win opens the door to a bigger artistic journey for Taehyung. The world seems to be waiting for his next move, and anyone who has followed his career knows that Taehyung never repeats the same formula twice. While all the speculation and rumors swirled, one thing was undeniable: that night, ARMY united once again in a grand celebration. Fans from Asia, Europe, America, Africa, and even the Middle East uploaded thousands of photos, videos, edits, and fan art within minutes of his name being announced as the winner. The hashtag Taehyung Male Artist of the Year shot to #1 worldwide, followed by hashtags about Layover and other BTS topics. Some fans even held impromptu viewing parties in several major cities. This wasn't the first time Taehyung had created global waves like this, but this time it felt more emotional, more mature, prouder, and more historic. Critics agreed that Taehyung's win wasn't just a personal achievement. It signaled that the Asian music industry was moving in a new artistic direction, one he had paved with his courage to experiment and maintain his identity. That night was a night when the public's understanding of a K-pop artist changed. He wasn't just an idol, not just a singer, but a multidisciplinary artist capable of touching people's emotions through various art forms. With this win, one thing became abundantly clear: a new era for Taehyung had begun, and the world was ready to witness his next surprise. See you in the next video.